Dear friends, in the previous class of linear equations, pair of linear equations in two variables, we discussed about some basic terminologies regarding with pair of linear equations. And finally, and at the end of the lesson, we learned about what are consistent pair of linear equations, inconsistent pair of linear equations, and what are coincident lines. That we have learned in what? In case of at the end of the lesson. Now we shall continue by the same point. Is it right? So now, is it possible to analyze the given equations? Either they are consistent, inconsistent, or coincident without plotting the graph. Is it possible to analyze which is consistent, which is not consistent, and which is coincident without solving or without plotting the graph? Yes, we can analyze it by the behavior of the lines. What are the behavior? We have seen that if the lines intersect, they are consistent pair of linear equations. If the two lines lie on one another, they are called as the coincident lines. And if they are parallel, do not intersect with each other, then we call it as inconsistent pair of linear equations. Now let us see when it is consistent, when it is not consistent, and when it is coincident. Now let us see how it is. Is it? So that we call it as behavior of lines representing a pair of linear equations in two variables. Now let us consider the general form of pair of linear equations. What is that? a1x plus b1y plus c1 equals 0, a2x plus b2y plus c2 equals 0. Is it right? You know that a1 and a2 are what? They are a1 and a2 are coefficients of x, b1 and b2 are coefficients of y, c1 and c2 are constants. c1 and c2 are sometimes here. Is it right? They are constant. Constant means real numbers. That is the real numbers. Now a1 and a2 are the coefficients of x, b1 and b2 are the coefficients of y. Now collect the coefficients of x and coefficients of y and as well as the constant. Now if a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2, if the ratio of a1 and a2 and b1 and b2 are not equal, then pair of linear equation has a unique solution. That means what is their behavior? If a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2, then the lines are consistent. That means they have a unique solution. That means they intersect with each other. Is it right? If a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2, then the lines are consistent. They intersect with each other at a single point, and as well as what? They have a unique solution. One solution is there. When you consider a graph like this, if you consider the two lines, they intersect here. This is the x-axis, this is the y-axis. If you consider the perpendicular from the point of intersection, now this will be the y and this will be the x value. This is the x value and this will be the y value. perpendicular to x-axis denotes the x value and perpendicular to y-axis denotes the y value from the point of intersection. ಒಂದು ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಟರ್ಸೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಪರ್ಪೆಂಡಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ x ಮತ್ತು y ಗೆ ನಮಗೆ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಯಾವಾಗ a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2. Example, you see x plus y equals 7, x minus y equals 3. Then what is here? If you can consider a1 is x in the 1, a1 equals 1 and then a2 is also equal to 1. Is it? Next, what is b1? b1 is y in the 1 and then b2 is minus 1 and as well as c1 is what is it? Minus 7 and then c2 is minus 3. Now compare a1 by a2 is 1 by 1, b1 by b2 is 1 by 1 minus 1. They are not equal. Is it right? 1 by 1 and then 1 by minus 1 is not equal to, what is that? 1 by 1 minus 1. Is it right? So if it is so, then what? The lines are intersect with each other. We used to say the lines are intersect with each other. Now this is the first condition, first behavior of lines. ನಮಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಕೇಳಿಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ 1 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಗೆ, either they are consistent, inconsistent or coincident ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನು ನೋಡಬೇಕು. a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2, then they are consistent, that is they are the consistent pair of linear equations. Now let us take second one. In the second condition, if let a1x plus b1y plus c1 equals 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0, if a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is not equal to c1 by c2. If a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is not equal to c1 by c2, then the pair of linear equations have no solution. That is, then pair of linear equations have no solution. They are parallel, they are inconsistent. They are parallel and as well as they are called as inconsistent. Well, if a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is not equal to c1 by c2, then the pair of lines, linear equations have no solution. The lines are parallel, they are called as inconsistent pair. They are called as inconsistent pair. How? Example. Here you see x plus y is equal to 3 and then 2x plus 2y is equal to 8, like this. So now what? Here if you consider a1 here, is it? So you better compare not over. This is a1 and here it is b1 and this is c1 and here is a2 and this is b2 and then c2. Then what? a1 equals 1, a2 equals 2 and then b1 is 1, b2 is 2, c1 is 3, c2 is 8. What is that? a1 by a2, that is 1 by 2 is equal to 1 by 2 is not equal to, what is that? 3 by 8. Is it? What is it? a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2, but it is not equal to what? 3 by 8. Hence, if it is so, ಆ ಥರ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಲೈನ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿಯ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಅವೇನಾಗಿರ್ತವೆ? ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್ ಲೈನ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್ ಲೈನ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. Is it right? So like this. They are parallel lines. They are parallel. ಅದರ ಪ್ಯಾರಲಲ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅವು ಇಂಟರ್ಸೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಇಂಟರ್ಸೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗೋಲ್ಲ. ಅವಾಗ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ದೇ ಡು ನಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎನಿ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್. ದೇ ಡು ನಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎನಿ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ x and this is y. They do not have any kind of solution. Is it? Now let us take what is the third condition. Let us take what is the third condition. What is the third behavior? What is the third type of behavior of the pair of linear equations? If a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0, a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0, are pair of linear equations. Are pair of linear equations. Are pair of linear equations. Then what? If a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2. All the three ratios are equal. Coefficients of x, coefficients of y and constants. The pair, that is, the ratios are equal. Then we says that what? The equations have infinite number of solutions. Then equations have infinite number of solutions. They are coincident. They are coincident. The lines are called as coincident lines. They are called as the coincident lines. For example, like this. This is x-axis and this is the y-axis. This is the point of origin. You will draw a line for a linear equation. For this linear equation, first linear equation, you have drawn the line is like this. ಆ ಥರ ಒಂದು ಲೈನ್ ಬಂತು, ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಆ ಥರ ಒಂದು ಲೈನ್ ಬಂತು. ಈಗ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಲೈನ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್ ಈಕ್ವೇಷನ್ದು ಒಂದು ಲೈನ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ದ ಲೈನ್ ಆರ್ ದಿ ಸೇಮ್ ಒನ್, ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಬೋದು. ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ? ದೇ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಸೆಕ್ಟ್ ವಿತ್ ಈಚ್ ಅದರ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್. These are all what is called as the solution. They do not have a single solution. They have the plenty of infinite number of solution. Hence they are called as coincident. Coincident means the lines lie on one another. Is it right? So these are the three types of behavior we can notice when a pair of linear equations are drawn. What is example? Example here. Example here, that is 2x plus 3y is equal to 6. Like this. Next, 4x plus 6y is equal to 12. Like this. These are the two linear equations. Now take the ratios. This is a1, a2, b1, b2, c1, c2. So then what? 2 by 4 is equal to 3 by 6 is equal to 6 by 12. Simplify ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 2 ones are 2 twos are, 3 ones are 3 twos are, 6 ones are 6 twos are, then 1 by 2 is equal to 1 by 2 is equal to 1 by 2. If it is so, now all the ratios are equal. In such a condition, what? The lines are coincident. Is it? Coincident. ಈಗ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ 1 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಕೇಳಿಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. Is it? Now let us discuss how it is with respect to the problems. Problems ಹೇಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನೋಡೋಣ. Is it? Okay. Okay friends, we shall discuss some problems on behavior of lines. Is it? Or what is the relation between a1 by a2, b1 by b2 and c1 by c2. Let us take exercise 3.2. Open your textbook. Exercise 3.2, and in that 3.2 second main. What is that second main says? On comparing the ratios of a1 by a2, b1 by b2 and c1 by c2, Find out whether the lines representing the following pairs of linear equations intersect at a point or parallel or coincident. ನೋಡಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳುತ್ತೆ, ನೀವು a1/a2 b1/b2 c1/c2 ಕಂಡುಹಿಡಿದು ಅದನ್ನು ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದು ಎಂತಹ ಬಿಹೇವಿಯರ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಬೇಕು. ಐದರ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಸೆಕ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ what is that, intersecting at a point or parallel or coincident, is it? So now what, take here, how do you do that one? Take this one, 5x minus 4y plus 8 equals 0, is it? Now take a1x plus b1y plus c1 equals 0. What is compare? a1 equals 5, b1 equals minus 4, c1 equals 8. ಹೌದಾ? ಜಸ್ಟ್ ನೀವು ಹಂಗೆ ಎತ್ಕೋಬೋದು, ನಾನು ಬರಿತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ನೀವು ಹಾಗೆ a1 equals 5, b1 equals minus 4, c1 equals 8 ಅಂತ ಎತ್ಕೋಬೋದು. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್ ನಿಮಗೆ 7x plus 6y minus 9 equals 0. This is a2x plus b2y plus c2 equals 0. What is a2? It is 7. What is b2? It is 6. What is c2? It is minus 9. Now compare. Now find out a1/a2. What is a1/a2? a1 is 5 by 7. Next, what is b1/b2? b1 is minus 4 by 6. What is c1/c2? c1/c2 is 8 by minus 9. Now go through a1/a2 is 5 by 7. b1/b2 is simplified minus 4 by 6, and that will be equal to minus 2 by 3. It will be minus 2 by 3 bರುತ್ತೆ. Is these two are equal? Is these two are equal? Now take a1/a2 is not equal to b1/b2. And start with the c1/c2 ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. So now a1/a2 5 by 7 is not equal to what? Minus 2 by 3. Therefore a1/a2 is not equal to b1/b2. Therefore what? The lines are consistent. What is it consistent? They have a unique solution. That is, the lines have what is called as they intersect. The lines are consistent. Intersect. How intersect ಆಗುತ್ತೆ? a1/a2 is not equal to b1/b2. Then they intersect. So ಈ ರೀತಿ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ನೋಡಿ, ಇನ್ನು ಎರಡು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇದೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇದೆ, ನೀವೇ ಮಾಡಿ. ಇನ್ನು ಎರಡು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇದೇ ಥರ ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡಿ. a1/a2 is equal to b1/b2 ಬಂದುಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಆಮೇಲೆ c1/c2 ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ. a1/a2 is equal to b1/b2 is not equal to c1/c2 ಅಂತ ಅಂದರೆ they are parallel. If all the three ratios are equal, then they are coincident. The lines lie on one another. Is it? So like that we made a second main. Now let us take third main. Third main also same. Comparing the ratios a1/a2, b1/b2, c1/c2. Find out whether the following pair of linear equations are consistent or inconsistent. Consistent or inconsistent. Now take the first one. What is that? 3x plus 2y is equal to 5, and then 2x minus 3y is equal to 7. Is it? So ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ನೋಡಿ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ, same type, solvation remains same. Is it? So now what? Take 3x plus 2y plus 5 here ತಗೊಂಡು minus 5 equals 0. a1x plus b1y plus c1 equals 0. a1 is 3, b1 is 2, c1 is minus 5. Now take second one, 2x minus 3y, bring plus 7 to left hand side, it is minus 7 equals 0. Extract second equation, a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. So what is a2? It is 2. b2 is minus 3. c2 is minus 7. Is it? Now let us take what is a1 by a2. What is a1 by a2? a1 is 3 by a2 is 2. Next b1 by b2. What is b1 by b2? b1 is 2 divided by minus 3. ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ, is these two are equal? They are not equal. Therefore 3 by 2 is not equal to 2 by minus 3, or a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2. If a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2, then the lines are consistent and buried. The lines are consistent. Therefore, the lines are consistent. The lines are consistent. Now next. Second one. Now take 2x minus 3y. Bring 8 to this side. Minus 8 equals 0. Right? a1 x plus b1y plus c1 equals 0. a1 is 2. b1 is minus 3. And then c1 is minus 8. Next, 4x minus xy minus 9 equals 0. Then what? a2x plus b2y plus c2 equals 0. Yes. a2 equals 4, b2 equals minus 6, c2 equals minus 9. Now find out a1 by a2. a1 by a2 is 2 by 4. Simplify. 2 ones are 2 2s are, it is 1 by 2. Now take b1. b1 by b2 is equal to, what is that? Minus 3 by minus 6. 3 ones are 3 2s are, minus into minus plus equal, it is 1 by 2. Next, c1 by c2 it is how much? 8 by minus 8 by minus 9, they are not equal. Now from this a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2. Therefore what? a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is not equal to what? It is not equal to c1 by c2. This is 8 by 9 agara. So then therefore what? The lines are inconsistent. Inconsistent means they are parallel. Inconsistent means they are parallel. So like this students, you have to solve the problem. ಎರಡು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಮಾಡಿ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಎರಡು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಥರ. ಇನ್ನು ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? ಇನ್ನು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 3 ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ನೀವು ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡಬೇಕು. ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್? ಸೊ ನೀವು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ದಿ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ now let us pass on to how to plot or how to solve the what is called as pair of linear equations.